Good evening. On behalf of the Ossining Children's Center's board and staff, welcome to our 125th anniversary celebration. Tonight's benefit is for the working families of Ossining and the young children we serve. I'm Howard Milbert, the Executive Director of the Ossining Children's Center. I want to begin by thanking the co-chairs of this event, Marilyn Wishney, Vanessa Paris, and Kelly Farling. This is our first virtual event, and we especially appreciate their leadership. I also want to thank our sponsors. We are so proud to be part of a community that takes care of its children and their families. To make our programs affordable for all working families, we are dependent upon donations to underwrite the full cost of our programs. We greatly appreciate the support of tonight's sponsors and of all of you. It's the Ossining community that has made it possible for us to serve working families for 125 years. Tonight, we're celebrating the unique history of the Ossining Children's Center. We were one of the first daycare centers in the country, and to this day, we remain one of the best. Our programs are grounded in knowledge of child development, and our staff provides the nurturing and stimulation that children need to thrive. We individualize our program in order to meet the unique learning needs of each child, and we provide so much enrichment: drama, music and movement, nature study, gardening, animation workshops, Chinese cooking, sewing and clothing design, robotics. Second, because we are in Ossining, that means we serve a wonderful varied mix of working families from an array of cultural and economic backgrounds. The children of lawyers, grocery clerks, teachers, day laborers, small business owners, mechanics, doctors, ground workers, nurses, aides, and musicians. Everyone's children learning and playing together. And most exciting, we have recently completed the construction of our beautiful new home at 32 State Street. You'll get a peek inside the new center later in the program. Tonight, we're going to recognize 3 special people whose spirit and dedication to the Ossining Children's Center have earned our endless gratitude. But right now, I'd like to give a shout out to volunteer fundraiser Megan Townsend. This past summer, Megan combined her passion for mountain climbing with her desire to help the Children's Center. She led a crowdfunding campaign for our children in conjunction with her effort to climb 48 peaks of the New Hampshire White Mountains. Megan sustained a leg injury midway through her journey, but that did not stop her. She raised an amazing $9,000 for the tuition assistance program, which enables children from low-income working families to attend our program. Megan, we are so honored and awed by your accomplishments. We'd like to present you with our special Youth in Philanthropy Award. I know we're all here virtually, but I'd like everyone to give a virtual thumbs up for Megan's labor of love. Now I'd like to introduce Vanessa Paris, Vice President of our board.
Thank you so much, Howard, and welcome to the Ossining Children's Center's 125th anniversary virtual benefit. My name is Vanessa Paris, and I am so thrilled to be here with you tonight. As a parent of 2 children who began attending the center in the infant room, and as a member of the board of directors, tonight is a very special opportunity to showcase everything OCC does so wonderfully and to give you the opportunity to support our mission. We all knew 2020 was going to be a big year for the Ossining Children's Center, with a big anniversary to celebrate. But 2020 has also brought extreme challenges for everyone, including the Children's Center. I am so pleased that in the face of so much uncertainty and unprecedented circumstances, OCC continues to rise to the challenge. In March, just as the reality of this pandemic was setting in and beginning to impact upon all of our lives, the Children's Center was able to recognize the challenges our families would face to be suddenly at home and isolated from their centers of support. Our teachers moved their instruction online, reworked their lessons and activities for home-based learning, and committed themselves to ensuring families continued to feel connected and supported. Our staff went above and beyond to ensure our families had access to food and other necessities, and we doubled down on our commitment to our community, and especially the most vulnerable amongst us. In September, with health and safety precautions in place, we were able to welcome back our children and our families in person. I watched my children run, literally, to the doors to be greeted with the open arms of their loving teachers. Nothing about this experience has been normal, and yet the center is reliably my children's home away from home. I've never been so proud to be a part of such an exceptional organization. Over the years, I've looked forward to this annual event, and I've been lucky enough to participate in the live fundraising part of the program. Tonight, I'm asking for you to support our mission and help us raise $100,000 for tuition assistance at OCC. We offer scholarships to our families to ensure the extraordinary care we provide is available to all, regardless of a family's ability to pay. And there is already good news to share. The sponsors of this event have already contributed a total of $35,000 towards our goal. And contributing has never been easier. At any time during tonight's event, you can donate to the OCC Tuition Assistance Fund by simply sending a text to 970-840-9000 with the message OCC space, the amount of your donation, and then your name. And if you would prefer to be anonymous, just leave your name blank. Throughout the program, you will see your name and the names of other supporters who are donating in real time on the screen to your right. You will see on the screen what we at the center already know. This organization is successful because we have the support of so many wonderful and committed donors. You will also see that support comes in all sizes. No donation is too small to have a big impact on our children, and every donation is one step closer to our goal. Hopefully, at the end of this evening, we'll have succeeded in filling our fundometer right to the top. And to all those who have already contributed to this event, thank you so much. We are so very grateful. You can share your enthusiasm for our event and our mission by using our hashtag OCC125 on Facebook or Instagram. But I'm not the only parent who is completely in awe of the exceptional care and love OCC provides to our children. It is my pleasure to introduce Carmen Muriello, who will speak to you about his family's experience with the Ossining Children's Center.
Hi, I'm Carmen Muriello, and this is my wife, Acacia, and soon you'll be meeting our two sons, Dashiell, who's 7, and Dante, who just turned 5.
For our sons, the Ossining Children's Center has become almost like a second home. When we drop them off in the mornings, we have the same level of trust as if we were dropping them off with a family member. We have confidence that the extremely professional and caring staff at OCC will not only keep them safe, but will also nurture them emotionally and academically.
Dante is on the autism spectrum, but a few years back he had a wonderful age 3 year at OCC with Miss Trish and her amazing team. Then last fall he was placed by the school district to a special needs pre-K program in Yorktown Heights. Dante unfortunately began to engage in some negative behaviors that he had never displayed before at OCC. We knew that meant that he was very unhappy and uncomfortable in that program, so we decided we had to pull him out, and we immediately reached out to Claudia.
Claudia responded right away. OCC welcomed us back with open arms and were determined to make it work. Terry and Claudia worked together to create an environment that supported Dante's needs, including facilitating him receiving his special education services during his school day at OCC. The concerning behavior stopped, Dante was happy, and he had a fantastic year of growth with Miss Cherry and her wonderful team. Carmen and I could go to work with peace of mind, whereas before our hearts would race every time we heard the phone ring. It was just so reassuring to know that Dante was in such a nurturing environment at OCC.
Then in the spring, in the midst of the pandemic, we had to make decisions about Dante's placement for the next school year. Given the negative experience with pre-K, this became a very stressful situation.
The center advocated for Dante, and Claudia, Terry, and Jerry were involved in every step of the process. Carmen and I, as well as OCC and the school district, came up with a plan that met Dante's needs. OCC has played an extremely key role in helping Dante to have a smooth and successful transition to kindergarten, and he's always happy to see Pam and her amazing team before and after school. And OCC is a huge help for us on school holidays as well.
Dante is thriving, becoming more social and learning so much. We are so grateful for the multitude of ways that OCC has gone above and beyond to meet Dante's needs, to provide him with such a nurturing environment, and to support our family through some very challenging times. It's so important that all children in our community have access to support and have the same opportunities as Dante and Dashiell. Your donation this evening ensures that more children receive the love and support they need, just like our two sons have here at OCC.
Thank you, OCC!
What an incredible story. Every family deserves to have access to high-quality early childhood education and care for their children. But we need your help to ensure that we can continue to provide this care to all, not just those families that can afford the full tuition rate. Remember, at any time during tonight's event, you can donate to the OCC Tuition Assistance Fund simply by sending a text to 970-840-9000 with the message OCC, a space, the amount of your donation, and then your name. No amount is too small, and the bigger your donation, the more families we can reach. All donations help our community thrive by providing low-income families tuition assistance for children to attend OCC while their parents go to work. Help us reach our goal with a tax-deductible gift now.
Thank you, Vanessa. Our first honoree of the evening, Stacy Winnick, has done formidable work on behalf of our kids and families. She's developed a following of almost 9,000 people on her Facebook page, Chappaqua Mom Sales. Through that page and other outreach efforts, she has amassed an army of angels who help her collect and distribute donated food, clothing, and other essentials for those of our families who need it most. To tell you more about Stacy and her devotion to our families, I'd like to introduce Michaela Patterson. Michaela attended our center throughout her childhood. She is now an excellent student at Ossining High School, and she works in our 3-year-old classroom after school. Michaela?
Thank you, Howard. My first memory of Stacy is when I was in the school-age program. It was during the holiday season, and she donated tons of pillows and toys. Since then, she has become a beloved member of OCC's family. During the holiday time, Stacy has become OCC's version of Mrs. Claus. She has these huge drives and gets carloads full of toys. She makes sure that every family with financial limitations doesn't leave empty-handed. She also sponsors a great holiday party. She gets a DJ to donate his services. Another one of Stacy's specialties is gathering as much clothing as she can for a free boutique for our families. She makes sure that everything is in good condition before she gives it to anybody. She also has been an amazing friend to our families. But when COVID hit last March, many of OCC's parents lost their jobs. Stacy gathered an army of volunteers to donate and deliver free food to those who needed it. She also got complete meals donated by restaurants for families. One of Stacy's most active volunteers was my grandmother, Hope Patterson. My grandmother works for OCC, but during this summer she was on furlough because of COVID. She donated her time to deliver food to those who were sick with the virus or who could not come to pick up their food. Stacy coordinated all of these volunteer efforts. Stacy, on behalf of all of OCC's families, including me and my grandma, we could never thank you enough for all you have done for us. Thank you.
Good evening. I want to thank the board, Howard, Claudia, Shawn, and Juan for this incredible honor. I have enjoyed volunteering for the Ossining Children's Center for the past 12 years. In fact, my entire family has dedicated their time and love to volunteering for the center. Our lives have been changed for the better because of the center, and I could not be more proud to know the staff and families involved in making the OCC a beacon of hope and joy in this community. 12 years ago, I came to the center just to drop off clothing with my older son, Max, who was 8 years old at the time, and my younger son, Leo, who was 3 at the time. When I arrived, I was met by an incredibly warm woman, Assistant Executive Director of the OCC, Claudia Weger. After talking with her for a while, we found out that Claudia grew up with my husband's family. We had an instant connection. From that moment on, it was truly a family affair of volunteerism. I accept this in honor of my parents, Edward and Florence Winnick. Both my mom and dad did not have easy upbringings. In the post-Depression era, their families suffered financially, and they worked endlessly to create a better life for themselves. My mom was the only girl in a family of 5 children. Her parents were immigrants from Russia who spoke very little English and struggled to put food on the table. Actually, one day, finding themselves sitting with their belongings on the street, waiting to see if they will have a roof over their heads. With nowhere to turn, my mother started working at the age of 8. My mother never forgot those years, and she vowed to dedicate her life to helping others. When she met my father, that is exactly what they did together. They furnished entire apartments for multiple families who were struggling. They sent a neighbor's son, a talented musician, who later became a successful movie producer, to UCLA for the full 4 years. And my mother even rescued a stranger who fell through the ice. I was there. And she didn't know how to swim, my mother. By far the biggest challenge to date in working with the OCC has been the COVID-19 pandemic. That has put my commitment and strength to the test. Our world has fundamentally changed in an instant, and I realized how many families were struggling, and I needed to help. I had to mobilize right away, so I created a food, clothing, and housewares pantry just for OCC families. I put the word out for volunteers. College students, high school students, and families across our community came to help. We partnered with local farms and restaurants to donate food. We had community members donate groceries. We galvanized our community to help others in need. I am so grateful to have been able to help so many struggling families like my parents did, and I will continue to have their backs. Looking back at this past 12 years, I am filled with utter joy when I think about the incredible people who have become family to me through the Ossining Children's Center. The experiences I've had with my sons at the OCC has shaped their lives and instilled with them the need to make time for others. Volunteering is so worthwhile. For every second you give others, you will get back tenfold in pure love and joy. Take the time, make a difference, live outside of yourself and your surroundings. Thank you so very much.
We are so grateful for generous volunteers like Stacy who give from the heart and truly care for the OCC family. Speaking of family, many of you have noticed that Howard is wearing a neck brace. He's recovering from a car accident, but it hasn't dampened his spirit or impacted on his ability to lead us through these tumultuous times. He thanks you so much for your well wishes and concern. This year has been difficult, to say the least, for everyone. There's no question that the economic fallout of shutting down and reopening under strict pandemic protocols might affect the center's operations for years to come. But you can be assured that despite the extreme financial stress we are under, we are committed to our children, their families, and our mission. This year alone, we anticipate a large deficit in our tuition assistance fund. It would be so wonderful if we could meet and exceed our goal tonight. Every donation will help us close that budget gap and ensure that children continue to have a place to go. Please be as generous as you can.
Thank you, Vanessa. Good evening. My name is Shawn Krabari, and I've been the Director of Development for the Ossining Children's Center for more than 25 years. I believe I have the best job in the world. I get to meet and work with generous people. People who want every child to have the same opportunities that their own children and grandchildren have. Sue Bicksler-Taub is one of those people. When I think of Sue, the word that immediately comes to mind is hospitality. I mean this not just because Sue's business, Holbrook Cottage, specializes in beautiful objects and fine food that make a home a warm and welcoming place. Although that is true. And I'm not saying this because Holbrook Cottage itself is a warm and welcoming place, which it is. I'm talking about hospitality in a much broader sense. The poet Kathleen Norris says, "True hospitality is marked by an open response to the dignity of each and every person." That is the hospitality that Sue personifies. I might add that in Sue's case, her open response to each person's dignity is also a creative response. Holbrook Cottage is known for its Shop for a Cause program, which has raised thousands of dollars over the years for just about every charity in a 25-mile radius of Briarcliff. But Sue's most creative contribution to the community is the Festive Stroll of Holiday Homes, a 2-day benefit event that she conceived and established some 20 years ago. This event is held every other year on the weekend before Thanksgiving. And for many, many years, the Ossining Children's Center has been the beneficiary of that event. Many of you know that the event is a tour of 3 or 4 homes that have been exquisitely decorated for the holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, or other winter celebrations from cultures around the world. Somehow, Sue manages to persuade several homeowners to open their homes to a major invasion. The design and decorating team are working in the homes non-stop for the week leading up to the event. Then, for 2 days, people are traipsing through these homes, oohing and eyeing over the beautiful and welcoming decorations. As if Sue weren't busy enough, running an active retail business and producing events to benefit charity, she also serves on the board of Neighbors Link, our wonderful community partner agency that strengthens the entire community through the healthy integration of new immigrants. We love Neighbors Link, and we love you, Sue. Thank you for your incredible hospitality, your open response to the dignity of each and every person.
Thank you, Shawn. It is an honor to share this evening celebrating the 125th anniversary of the Ossining Children's Center, and to recognize the difference this organization has made in the thousands of children's lives and their families in our community through its educational and advocacy programs that empower children in their formative years to become enthusiastic, confident learners and productive continuing citizens of the future. I love a quote I read in the New York Times by 2 sisters from Bali. At age 10 and 12, Malati and Isabel had the vision to make the banning of plastic bags through Bye Bye Plastic Bags their mission. And now at 17 and 19 years of age, their mission has become climate change. And I quote Malati and Isabel, who said, "Us kids may be only 25% of the world's population, but we are 100% of the future." As a young girl growing up in a small town in Pennsylvania, I also had a vision to enter the corporate retail world in New York City. After 20 years in fashion, I found I had a new dream, to open my own business whose model included social responsibility. That's when Holbrook Cottage came into existence in the year 2000. So did our partnership with Ossining Children's Center with the festive stroll Shawn described earlier. Thank you for this honor this evening, but more importantly, thank you for giving me the opportunity to realize our dream for Holbrook Cottage and our team, to give back to the community. It has been both a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. And remember, at any time, you can donate to the Ossining Tuition Assistance Fund by texting 970-840-9000. Text OCC, the amount of your donation, and your name, or leave it blank if you wish to remain anonymous, It is so easy and so simple. We have one more honoree to celebrate this evening, but before we move on, I want to say thank you to some of the attendees who are here tonight who are already helping us meet our goal. Justine Fontenelle, Barbara Gilbert, Jonah Malnichis, Dana Levenberg and Stephen Hirsch, Ashley and Tristan Cooper, thank you so much. Keep donating. There is still time to meet and exceed our goal. Now more than ever, it is so important that we continue to be here for our families, despite the financial challenges of the pandemic. And if you can, I hope you will be extra generous in your support tonight. And now, it is my distinct pleasure to invite you to join me in taking a peek in our brand new building. Welcome to the Rebecca and Arthur Sandberg building at 32 State Street.
Hi, welcome to the Ossining Children's Center and our brand new home at 32 State Street. I'm Howard Milbert and I'm the Executive Director of the center. Since 1895, a bright red door has been welcoming Ossining families into our special world. And when we designed this beautiful new building, we knew we would keep the tradition with a red door to invite you in. This is where you bring us your children. This is where our loving staff keep them safe, happy, and eager to learn. And now, I'll turn you over to Claudia Weger, our Assistant Director, for your tour of the building.
Hi, I'm going to take my mask off now that I'm alone in the building. This is our main office, and it houses our Executive Director, our business office, and my own office. I'm the Assistant Executive Director. I've been here for over 30 years. We're going to go take a look at the classrooms, but before we do, what really makes the Ossining Children's Center so special is our dedicated staff and our curriculum. Our Mormon-loving staff have been here a very long time. We have an extremely low turnover rate, and our curriculum is child-centered, child-friendly, and developmentally appropriate. Welcome to the infant room. As we come through the gate into our gross motor area, our furniture has arrived and we're waiting for our toys. This is one of our most wonderful gross motor pieces. As you can see, there's a ramp that babies can climb up. And then there's a large area here for story time with a few of our older infants. They can all gather here with one of their teachers, plenty of space, and some small gentle steps where infants can go on their bellies and learn how to navigate just a few low steps. Most parents at home have high chairs, but here at the Ossining Children's Center, we have low chairs. We also are very, very proud of the fact that we are a breastfed friendly center. And what that means is we know how to store it in our freezer, how to defrost it, and how long to keep it out on our counter. Another really amazing feature in all of the infant rooms is that there is radiant heated floors. So when your little ones are on the floor and we will have a rug, it will be nice and toasty all winter long. Another feature I wanted to point out, and this is throughout the entire center, is the Merv 13 ventilation system. And that is an extremely important thing to have, especially during these times. Here we are in the crib room. What's really wonderful about this crib room is that it is completely open to the classroom, so teachers can keep a very close eye on your child while they are napping. And it is also a quieter space, so our little ones can stay sleeping. We have an elevator. Welcome to the second floor. This floor houses our school-age program. And I would like to introduce you to Juan Pamales, our school-age program director.
At the school-age program, we strive to meet and develop each child's individual, social, emotional, physical, and intellectual needs. Our curriculum is both fun and enriching and developed closely with the staff in order to supplement in-school learning objectives and create new ways of thinking. The Ossining Public Schools provide transportation to and from the program morning and afternoons. In order to better assist working parents, we are also open on vacations and school holidays.
here we are in the kitchen, where we serve breakfast, lunch, and snacks throughout the day. Our children receive a well-balanced meal of a protein, vegetable, and a starch. This is our multi-purpose room. A wonderful space for our older children. It acts just like a gym. It is a gym. And for our younger children to ride bikes and play games indoors during inclement weather and even on beautiful days. Its padded walls are very safe, and there are barn doors that will close to protect the windows so balls and such will not hit them. But not only is this for the children, this is a great space for our staff, our parents, and our community to host events in the future and enjoy this beautiful view. This is one of our pre-K classrooms. Our pre-K is in a partnership with the Ossining School District. And believe it or not, we have been in a partnership with them for 70 years. This year we have 3 pre-K classrooms. The district has 17 and we have the other 3 right here at the Children's Center. So if your child needs before and after school, it is a seamless program and they can spend the entire day with us. Each of our pre-K classrooms is equipped with a bathroom right in every classroom for convenience. All of our preschool classrooms have an exit right outside to our playground. Here we are in our preschool and school-age playground. This structure has many challenging activities for our children ages 4 through 12. The surface of this playground is very cushy and very, very, very bouncy. It is made from ground-up rubber tires, and it is super, super soft. Well, that's the end of our tour. Thank you for coming along. Through our red doors, you have seen our beautiful Arthur and Rebecca Sandberg Ossining Children's Center at 32 State Street. We welcome you. We can't wait for you to come with you and your family, so we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Isn't that something? If you've enjoyed this virtual tour, it actually doesn't do justice to an in-person tour of the building. If you would like a tour of our new center, please call our development office at 914-941-0230, extension 13. We are so lucky. We have been able to create the ideal center thanks to a few miracle workers who believed in this project when it was just a dream. A special thanks, Becky Sandberg and her late husband, Art, who donated the property and gave us the seed donation to make this dream possible. We wish Art were here to see the fruits of his generosity. His spirit is certainly with us. And Connie Curran, who has a long history of giving to children's causes in our community. We are grateful for her wisdom and generosity, and of course, our dear friend, the late David Swope. As you know, tonight we are raising money for our tuition assistance program, which is vital to keeping our programs affordable for all working families. And I want to encourage you to text to donate tonight if you haven't already done so. But before I introduce our third honoree, I want to remind you that we still need support for our capital campaign to complete the fundraising for our new building. If you were impressed by your virtual tour of the building this evening, please consider helping us reach our capital campaign goal. You can find more information about our capital campaign on our website. And now I'd like to introduce Merle Morrison. Merle is a former member of the Ossining Children's Center's board, is now an honorary director, and has served as president for 2 years. She is best known in the community, though, as an amazing history teacher at Ossining High School. We've asked her to introduce our final honoree of the evening.
Thank you, Howard. I am thrilled to present Ray Sanchez, Superintendent of the Ossining Union Free School District. Having worked in the district for over 40 years, first as a teacher and then when I retired as a mentor for new teachers, I have worked with over half a dozen superintendents. During that time, I knew Ray as a colleague because he taught in the district first as a fourth grade teacher and then as director of the English as a Second Language program. From there, he assumed many administrative roles. When the Board of Education appointed him superintendent in 2013, I was delighted. He understands children and how they learn, and he also understands our community. He has probably received more awards than any other superintendent in Westchester. I could go on, but I want to give you just one example of how Ray cares for the district's youngest children. When New York State instituted funding for full-day pre-kindergarten in 2014, the funding application was a very competitive process. Knowing that early childhood is the great equalizer, Ray sprang into action. One of the first things he did was to contact Howard at the Ossining Children's Center. With the Children's Center as the district's community partner, Ray, Howard, and members of their respective staffs put together an outstanding funding application. The proof is in the result. Ultimately, Ossining was only one of 4 Westchester school districts to obtain funding for full-day pre-K. The district now has 20 pre-K classes. The Ossining Children's Center provides 3 of those classes. Thanks to Ray's leadership and the outstanding early childhood education team he has put in place, the Ossining Pre-K program is superb, and we are proud to be part of it. I want to add a brief word about Ray's response to the pandemic. When COVID-19 hit this community, Ray didn't limit his concern to the schools, although the challenge the schools faced was daunting. I love that he communicates with parents and the community every step of the way. Not only did Ray make sure that the children's academic needs were met, but he made grab-and-go meals available for any family in the community that needed the help. Ray, on behalf of the children and the families of the Ossining Children's Center, we salute you for your extraordinary leadership in our community. We are so lucky to have you.
I want to thank the Ossining Children's Center, Howard Milpert, and everyone here on the staff at the Ossining Children's Center for this recognition. It means a great deal to me, and it means a great deal to our district. We have many, many years of partnering with the Ossining Children's Center in support of our children, whether it's through after-school programs or our support of early childhood. And I know that this partnership has made a difference in the lives of many, many children. And I'm also confident that we will continue to make a difference in the lives of our children. I'd be remiss if I didn't also thank the Board of Education in the Ossining School District, our staff, our building leaders for everything that they do to support our children and to foster this partnership that we have. I look forward to our continued partnership and our continued efforts to make a difference in the lives of our children and the Asean community. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Ray. I want to invite Vanessa back to tell us how much we have raised for tuition assistance this evening.
Thank you, Howard. I am so excited to report that thanks to you, our friends, our family, we've raised almost $65,000 towards our goal. You've shown us once again how generous and giving our supporters and our friends are. And there is still time for us to meet our goal. The text to donate link will be active tonight and all day tomorrow, so there is still time for you to join us in fulfilling our mission. Thank you so much, everyone. You're making a huge difference for the kids of low income and working families in our community. And to show our appreciation for all of you who have joined us this evening, we have 5 beautiful thank you gift baskets to give away that were generously donated by Holbrook Cottage. We wrote down everyone's name, put them in a hat, and we've drawn 5 names. If I call your name out, we'll be getting in touch with you shortly to arrange pickup of these wonderful gifts. So let's get started. Our first winner is Heidi Donahue. Our next winner is Roberta Kirschbaum. Our third winner is Alejandro Lopez. Our fourth winner is Henry Becker. And our final winner of the evening is Alyssa Gershman. Congratulations to all of our winners, and thank you again to Holbrook Cottage. And again, we want to thank our sponsors for getting us off to such a great start this evening. Thank you all so, so very much.
Thank you, Vanessa, and thank all of you for taking a leap of faith and joining us for this virtual event tonight.
Hi, it's nice to see you.
Bye-bye.